Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Eddie Marcus here again. Well, every day something different happens in the news, something different that affects we, the people. And it is my duty to give voice to the spirit of love, the spirit of God, in contrast to what you have been hearing. Well, we hear now that the health care plan that was instituted by the Barack Obama administration, the government, the system that be, has finally found a judge in Texas, someone to say that it's unconstitutional. And so what is happening, you've got a little span of time to use it, what is probably another year. In the meantime, there is no replacement for it. And for those who have been wanting to put it down and say, let's do something new, I wonder if they can do something new that's better than what we've already had. I understand that more people were protected under this plan than most people have ever been protected under a health care plan in this nation. And this nation has definitely suffered for a lack of a better word, a health care system that was much better than what we've had. And so now, for one reason or another, perhaps somebody says they pay too many taxes, or some other group say they got a little problem with it. And so now the whole system has been banned, and it is open for you, the people. What are you going to get in return? Now, I understand that the challenge to this program has basically come from the Republican Party, who at this stage, as far as I know, and most of us know, they have no replacement plan. And as far as the Democrats, they don't have anyone because they've been satisfied that this one was doing the best that the nation had received. So what was going to happen? Well, we see now what's going to happen, and that is that for as far as we can see right now, the nation's people will be uninsured, especially those who fall under this protective plan of what we call the Obamacare. So how is that going to affect you, the people? That's the major concern. One thing you understand is this, that they are playing games with your lives. They are playing games with your health. And I'm sure that you, the individual who would need and require some health care at one time or another, is not for this. You are for your health care. Now, I realize that many of you have been for your health care regardless of whatever happened to someone else. That's why your health care is threatened today, because you have been taught to not care about others. And as you don't care about others, others don't care about you. And so you end up fighting each other. In the finale, you'll have just a few people who fit the bill for those who are running the show. They'll have insurance. And the rest of you will be fighting dog eat dog, just like any third world nation. But what it does, it offers an opportunity for you to understand what God's plan is like. You see, God's plan is for everybody on earth. But right now, let's just say America, United States, to have unlimited, unrestricted health care from the womb to the tomb. Now, what am I saying? I'm saying that the knowledge that is used to do the things that healthcare is providing today came from a power that we can't see, can't touch, and can't feel. I call it God. Now, all that intricacies and developments and breakdowns of stuff up there, I don't know. But I call it God because it's darn sure not us. And the individuals who have desired to be instruments whereby this knowledge can be channeled through and this service rendered to the people who have committed their lives to be able to do this and to give it its best. These people, the health professionals, the doctors, the technicians, the nurses, everybody that's in that line of business. I hope that you're in this business because you really care. That you really care. Because in God's plan, you are to do this work because you love it. And it's supposed to be accessible that you can do and use any and everything that has been presented to you to perform the best duties that you can perform for the citizens, for the people, whoever they are that need your service. And you are not to receive not one dime. You got the job you love. This is your greatest joy maker. But because you render such a wonderful service to the human population, that anything that money can buy, anything that money could buy, anything that you need, anything that you want, anything that you desire out of those things that have been presented to the people of this nation, you have access to it. Unlimited and unrestricted. You have access to it because you have given. You have served the people. You are serving the people. And your rewards are that your dreams should come true for everyone in the medical profession. Now that's God's way. You can't beat that. Now, what can the Democrats come up with that's better than that? I mean, if you can't do any better than what Barack Obama was doing, then why change it? Why even have a problem with it? Why stack your courts up with judges and the Supreme Court with judges that can do what you think is best, regardless of how it affects the other part of the population? Ladies and gentlemen, I'm trying to tell you, if it can't affect every last one of you positive, then it has no business existing. Don't settle for it, because the next thing you know, it's going to be you that's left out. And it hurts when you are left out. It's all giggly when you're in it. But you can rest assured that if someone is left out while you're giggling, your term is coming. You better bet. So I'm saying to you, ladies and gentlemen, right now you have a chance to take control of this healthcare system. Take this out of the hands of your politicians. Your politicians are not working for you. I don't care what they say. They're not working for you. Because if they were working for you, you have health care right now. Every last one of you would have health care if they were working for you. They are not working for you. They're working for special interests. So my plea to you is that God requires of you to stand up for yourself. Stand up for yourself. And standing up for yourself also means making sure that everybody else has the freedom that you have for standing up for self. And that when you have spoken, that's the way it's to be. Your politicians are not up there to serve you, so they're supposed to come down. Or make sure that you have a system set in play that is so clear that everybody knows exactly what it is. And no one can kind of trick anybody. This is God's way, ladies and gentlemen. And what I have just shared to you about the health professions, those of you who are in education, don't get upset. It's the same thing for you. Only those who love to teach, only those who got the skill, only those who can be thrilled at doing it are the ones to teach. And all of the facilities that are required to be available to them so they can access it and give the best to the people and they come out the best that they can be. It's all there free of charge according to God's plan. And you who are in that instruction capacity and administrative capacity and all those various capacities, you don't get paid cash. But what money can buy, what you need, what you want, what you desire, whatever that is in accessibility for the people of this nation, it is yours at your disposal. Why? Because of the great service that you render to the people of this nation. And that works for education, that works for health care, that works for building, that works for food, that works for every area in human experience as far as living on this planet. That is transferring heaven to earth. This is getting rid of the lying, the cheating, the stealing, and the stacked judges and all that other stuff, because people who are having a joyous life have no reason to be lying, cheating, and stealing. That doesn't mean that some things are not going to happen initially that you don't like. For instance, just to give you an example, there might be a pretty woman standing across the street and a handsome man standing across the other side of the street. And both of them connected to somebody else, but at the same time when they see each other, something might happen and cause them to cross their street. If they cross their street, they're going to have two other people upset. But there won't be no killing, because what they're going to find out that there's nothing that one man can give a woman or one woman can give a man. that another can't do the same. And so what you ain't got nothing to fight about. You ain't got nothing to fight about. Now you got a life to live. That will simply die quick. Simply die quick. And so, ladies and gentlemen, having said this to you, I want to thank you so very much for giving me this, your time. But if they want to take away your health care, the only way you can make it better is for you, the people, to take charge, not your politician. Not your politicians, I'm telling you. You, the people, take charge. And your whole champion is this. Everybody, health care, everybody, no one is left out. Everybody. That's the only way we can take it. That's the way God intended it to be. We found out that it has been better, but now they want to mess it up because people are not satisfied. And so you, the people, are the ones that's the pawns on this game. So you better stand up together and show all of those kings and queens who really got the power. And that is you. When you come together, nobody's crossing anything. All right? So stand up and make sure that nobody is left out in this healthcare proposal for the future. God loves you. That's the way God wants it. And if you're for God, then you're for one another. Okay, brothers and sisters, a good ending. Bye-bye.